Let's put our teams back to work now with my favorite round, the one-on-one rapid fire. John, love it. Love it, love it. And you're a senior over at Warwick. It's great to have you back. And you seem to have a real strong interest in chemistry and environmental science.
Yeah, I do.
Now, is this something that, are you going to work on something to save the planet, or?
I hope so. I hope to go into environmental chemistry somewhere. I'm waiting to hear back from all my colleges. So.
What is your top choice?
I'd like to go to any Dartmouth or Brown, but mostly.
Great choices. All right, good luck on getting into those schools. Saying hello to Robert Pecoraro, a sophomore over at Red Land. Great to have you here. And I know that Latin is very important to you. And you're an enthusiastic student of Latin. How did you begin? What was your genesis of your interest in Latin that really started exploding?
Well, I originally took Latin in middle school because I thought it would be a good vocabulary builder. And then I got to Red Land, and I have a great teacher, Magister Gottschall.
That's always a good reason, and
yeah.
She keeps you going. Now, you said you're taking independent studies, so I guess you really don't have much to speak in Latin, because
no.
You're working on reading and interpreting?
Yeah.
All right, very, very good. Robert and John, let's put you two one-on-one. This bone is the most reliable indicator of a dinosaur's size and weight. What is the large bone in the upper leg? John?
The femur?
Femur is correct, yes. Admitted to the Union 100 years after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, Colorado is known as the Centennial State. Who was president when Colorado became a state in 1876? Robert?
Arthur?
Nope, sorry. John, any idea? John?
Lincoln?
Nope, you're both incorrect. No, he was gone by then. It's Ulysses S. Grant. Finally, it's the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. What is this constant, John?
Pi.
Pi is absolutely correct. Yes, 80 to 80. You really helped your team move up nicely. Dan, the captain of the team, Dan Russo. Nice to have you back. And you told me just before we went on air that in December you had a trip of a lifetime.
Yes, I went to Musase, Kenya. On a mission vacation Bible school class for about 200 kids.
Oh, fantastic. Did you go with your parents?
No, it was with my church.
With your church. So it was mostly young people, or?
No, I was the only person under 25.
Oh, fantastic. What a great experience, an experience of a lifetime. Thanks for sharing. Dan, moving over now to Scott Funk, who's a senior over at Red Land. And we know that you have a great interest in fishing, and you went to the Florida Sea Base. What is that? Can you enlighten us?
It's the Boy Scout High Adventure base down in the Florida Keys. What you do is you go down, meet up with a boat, depending on what trip you're doing, either scuba or sailing, and either sail to Bermuda or sail around the Keys, which is what I did for a week.
Is this fly fishing?
No, the only fishing there was trolling while you were either power sailing, or just motoring along.
Oh, interesting. All right, Dan and Scott, let's put you two one-on-one. Some botanists call it algae. Some zoologists call it protozoa. What are these single-celled creatures? Scott?
Plankton.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. I'm going to complete the question for Dan. What are these single-celled creatures that are both plants and animals? Dan?
Protists?
No, sorry. It's Euglena is the correct response. Finally, so he becomes king and throws a party to celebrate. And who would show up but the ghost of the friend he sent 3 murderers to kill? Scott?
Macbeth.
Macbeth sees Banquo at the banquet. Yes, that's absolutely correct. And finally, Pavlov trained dogs to respond to a bell. What did Pavlov train the dogs to do? Scott again.
Salivate.
Salivate, and you are correct again. Yes, 80 to 100 as we say hello to Austin Carter, senior over at Warwick, and great to have you back. And you are interested in majoring in English. Do you have writing aspirations?
Maybe. I don't know. I just figured that if I can read and write at a really advanced level, I'll be able to get any job that I want.
It's very true, because writing is prevalent in almost all careers. You're considerably a good writer then now.
I guess so.
You are. Austin, thanks for being here. Thanks for returning for round 2 as we say hello to Aaron Kuntz. And you're a junior over at Red Land. So Aaron, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I mean, after college, obviously you're going on to higher education.
Yeah. I'm not sure. It depends on, I might go into something like medicine or genetics. So you have a focus more in the sciences rather than in the engineering.
Yeah. And mathematics area. Okay, Aaron and Austin, 2 A's. We're going to put you two one-on-one. Here we go. An etymologist studies the history of words. What does, Aaron?
Fish.
No, sorry. Austin, what does an entomologist study? Austin?
Bugs?
Bugs or insects. Yeah, we'll accept that. Well done. Not many women have won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Who was the most recent U.S. woman to win for such novels as The Bluest Eye and Jazz? Austin again.
Toni Morrison?
She is the one, yes. And finally, Henry has been a very popular name for English kings. How many kings named Henry have ruled England? Aaron?
8.
8 is absolutely correct. Yes, 100 to 110. We're saying hello now to Clarissa O'Connor, the last of our players from Warwick, and you're a sophomore. And you study 2 languages. What 2 languages are you studying now?
I take German and French.
So which did you start with?
French.
So that's a Romance language, and now German is Germanic. Did you find it easy to learn the second language, or?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Are you continuing in both?
Yes.
Excellent. Good for you. It really helps in your writing and reading and everything when you see how many words come from both of those languages. Thanks for being here, Clarissa. Howard Ziegler from Red Land High School, and it's nice to have you back. And you're a sophomore, and you are interested in track and field, and you say pole vaulting, and I can see you're quite tall and thin. Are those 2 of the features that make for a good pole vaulter?
Well, one of the pole vaulters last year was pretty short, and he was as good as me, so I don't think that physical attributes really matter as long as you can run and jump.
And you can do that?
Yeah.
You're my first pole jumper on the show, Howard. Well, welcome. It's great to have you here. Clarissa and Howard, let's jump through these 3 questions as we put you 2 one-on-one. It contracts when you inhale. When it relaxes, you exhale. Clarissa.
The diaphragm?
The diaphragm is the large muscle that separates your chest from your abdomen. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall exist within the United States. What is this amendment to the Constitution? Howard.
13th.
The 13th, which was ratified in 1865. And finally, it's not a trilogy. It's a long book in 6 sections, which the publisher had to release in 3 volumes due to post-war paper shortages. What is this epic adventure by J.R.R. Tolkien? Howard.
The Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings, of course, yes.